What's up, everybody? Welcome to Chatting with Staxx. So today we got something different for you. I did a show with James Cosenza, and we're talking about Chicago outfit and the murder of John Fecarata. So I edited it, and I'm gonna put it out for you guys now. I just wanted to come on here and tell you guys thank you for watching. I really appreciate everyone that takes the time to watch my show. Put a lot of effort into this, and hope you guys liked it. So here it is. Hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell, and I'll see you guys after this video is done. Enjoy. Welcome, everybody. This is Chatting with Staxx, the Chicago Outfit Edition, with my friend. You want to introduce yourself, man?
Yeah, Jimmy Cosenza, right here in the great city of Chicago.
The mafia expert, Mr. Jimmy. How have you been, man?
Good, man. Just keeping busy, always like yourself, always trying to make money. And as you know, it's really not about you and I anymore. Now it's all about our daughter.
Yeah. You know that, man. Man, I try to be a better man every day, And I see you putting out content a lot, and you put out some quality content, man. You get the facts out there. You sat through a lot of these trials, and what we're going to talk about today is one of the trials that you sat through, part of the Family Secrets trial, right?
Yeah, correct. There will never be another trial like that. That was a legendary trial here in Chicago. I was very fortunate to attend and sit in on that trial. I'll never forget it.
What year was that?
That was right around mid 2000s, 2007.
So can you walk me through the case that we're going to talk about today, the murder of the victim? He was killed by Calabrese, right?
Yeah, the Calabrese brothers. Okay, one of the 14 murders discussed at the Family Secrets trial, and this is something that Nick Calabrese testified in great detail, was a big-time trucking executive here in Chicago called Michael Cagnoni. This guy, this is going back to the early 80s. He's probably 35, 36 years old at the time. Now, Michael Cagnoni, Bill, he's been paying the Chicago outfit monthly dues every month for years, never once missed a payment, like clockwork. They never had a problem with this guy. However, once some of the outfit bosses, particularly boss of the 26th Street crew, Angelo the Bull LaPetria, when Angelo found out exactly how much money Michael Cagnoni was making, he demanded more money.
Usually that's how it goes. They get greedy. They want more money, right?
Exactly. So Michael Cagnoni, he refused. He's like, hey, bro, you've had no problems with me. I pay on time. No way am I paying you more money. It's not going to happen.
Did it say how much it was?
I don't remember. I think it was $6,000 more per month on top of what he was already paying.
So he refused. Yeah.
I don't remember the exact amount, but thousands of dollars. So Nick Calabrese testified that the planning, tailing, stalking, and killing of Michael Cagnoni was very difficult. For some reason, he was a hard guy for them to tail. Okay. The crew that were on him were Frank Calabrese Sr., his brother Nick Calabrese, an associate of them, Ronnie Jarrett. These are pretty much the three main guys. So at first they came up with the idea, we're going to kill him the regular Calabrese style, which is set him up, surprise them, jump them, strangle them, and then give him what they call the Calabrese necktie. Slit his throat from ear to ear. But for some reason, they couldn't really get this guy's pattern, his habits down. So then they went with another idea.
Did he know? Did he know that they were on him?
He did not know.
So he did not. He thought
eventually he found out, but he thought, hey, I've been making payments with these guys for years, even though they want an extra $6,000. I'm still making my payments. I'm on somewhat good terms with these guys.
Yeah.
So after months of trying to tail him and find the right time to actually jump him, they decided they're going to go with a car bomb. So at first, the first bomb that they made in Ronnie Jarrett's mother-in-law's garage, when they built that bomb and they tested it, it wasn't strong enough. Okay. Fast forward a couple weeks, they made a stronger bomb. Same thing in Ronnie Jarrett's mother-in-law's garage. This time, when they were assembling the bomb, it accidentally went off and almost blew off Frank Calabrese's hands.
Wow.
Now, interesting, let me stop right there. When Frank Calabrese testified, Mitch Mars, the prosecutor, said to him, hey, weren't you the guy that almost blew off his thumbs and fingers on that bomb you made for Michael Cagnoni? And Frank Calabrese, he went like this, showing that there's nothing wrong with his fingers and thumbs, disputing what his brother in the prosecution alleged. So now they got the correct bomb. They're ready to blow up Michael Cagnoni. This is the only part of Nick Calabrese's testimony where he got emotional. He showed no remorse in any of the 14 murders he participated in. In one of them, John Mendel, his brother handed him the knife and he slit the guy's throat. So Nick Calabrese is no angel, right? This was the only part of his testimony where he started to get a little emotional. This particular day, Michael Cagnoni didn't go to work. His wife took his Mercedes-Benz and had to run some errands. Fast forward, if his wife would have made the left turn, entering the ramp going on Expressway 294, the car would have been blown to smithereens. Nick Calabrese was so scared because the last thing he wanted to do was kill an innocent woman, right? Yeah. This reminded me of that scene in Scarface where Tony Montana was set out to kill that one guy.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, the women and kids got in the car and he wouldn't do it. Remember?
He's like, do it.
Yeah.
And then, so he just passed away yesterday, that actor. The one that.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Yeah. He passed away. Here's a picture of him right here.
Boy, people are dropping like flies, man.
They are.
So luckily for Mrs. Cagnoni, she has no idea this is going on. She forgot something at home. She made a U-turn to go back to the house. If it wasn't for that, if she would have entered that ramp, she would have accidentally got blown to smithereens. So now during this several month period, the outfit bosses are getting a little antsy. Like, hey, what's taking so long here? Finally.
The bosses want him dead too?
They wanted Michael Cagnoni dead. They wanted him dead yesterday. But again, it was taking the crew a hard time to pin this guy down. And real quick on a side note, out of all the crews in Chicago, the prosecution said that the Chinatown crew or the 26th Street crew, they were the best killers. Meaning if we had a hard guy to hit, you give it to the Chinatown crew. If other crews had difficulty killing some guy, they would give it to the Chinatown crew. So these guys were like the best killing team, if you will.
Yeah.
So now fast forward, Michael Cagnoni, he's on his way to the office. He turns left entering the ramp. Nick Calabrese testified he pushed the button and it blew Michael Cagnoni's car into smithereens. The FBI agents testified that there weren't just automobile parts, but body parts scattered across the whole highway. And that's the story of how Michael Cagnoni was killed by the Chicago outfit.
So what ended up happening with Nick Calabrese and everybody that was involved with this murder? Did they end up getting convicted? Can you tell the people on what happened to everybody involved with this?
Yeah, well, Angelo Petria, the boss of the 26th Street crew, he eventually died in prison. Ronnie Jarrett, who did a lot of work for the Chicago outfit, he was an associate of the 26th Street crew, really good friends with Nick and Frank. He got killed himself, gunned down right in front of his house before the family secrets trial. Frank Calabrese, this guy here, who passed away on Christmas, and his younger brother, Nick, who just passed away, these two were found guilty of killing Michael Cagnoni at the family secrets trial.
But Nick he got out into the witness protection program and he passed away in the program, and this guy passed away in prison.
Yeah.
But so it didn't matter if Frank Calabrese Jr. testified against him. He was already convicted of plenty of murders and things like that, right?
Well, yeah, by number one, his brother, who was hands-on, a main member of the Chicago outfit, who participated in 14 of these murders. However, by Junior writing that letter to the FBI, that started the ball rolling into the investigation. If Junior never wrote that letter to the FBI, there would never have been a family secrets trial.
Wow.
After Junior cooperated, as you know, he got his father to talk about murders they committed years ago. He wore a wire for him he wore a wire on him in Milan, Michigan. So once the feds got Junior cooperating, they went to Nick Calabrese and they said, hey, look, we found this bloody glove at the John Fecarata murder scene. Your DNA is on there. At first, Nick Calabrese had nothing to say to them. They let him sit on it for 24, 48 hours. The feds went back to see him in prison. This time they threatened him with the electric chair. For some reason, that scared him, that spooked him. And then Nick decided he was going to cooperate. But like you said earlier, it was mostly the testimony of Nick Calabrese that brought everybody down.
Wild, man. It's a wild story. And there's a lot more to come. We're going to be bringing you a bunch of these short stories about the Chicago outfit. Maybe we'll move on to New York and different areas of the country, you know, because you're a wealth of information, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Now, one thing I want to say, it wasn't funny, but at the time it was kind of funny. During a break in the courtroom, Mrs. Cagnoni, the widow, who sat in court every single day, she called Nick Calabrese the devil. She yelled it out. You're the devil, she said. The bailiffs, the federal marshals, briefly escorted her out of the courtroom.
And that was
then
it.
Because she's a victim, Judge Zagel kind of felt sorry for her. He warned her, keep your mouth shut. You know, you have to behave yourself. Couple weeks later, same thing during a break in court. She said to Frank Calabrese, you son of a bitch, you killed my husband. And Frank Calabrese smiled at her and said, God be with you. God be with you. I thought that was kind of funny.
Wow. That's insane, man.
And keep in mind, the widow, Mrs. Cagnoni, she heard in great detail how she almost got blown up in that car accidentally.
She was probably just going through the emotions of having her husband killed and, you know.
Absolutely. And Mr. Cagnoni, he was not a mob guy. He was not an associate. He was a legitimate businessman. Again, was paying the mob every month like clockwork, but they wanted more money. He refused, and this is what happened to him.
What legitimate business did he have?
Trucking executive, big time. I forget how many trucks that he had, but multi-million-dollar business he was running.
He could have afforded the $6 grand extra, right?
Absolutely.
Well,
Cost
hey,
of life.
Sometimes you either got to pay or you got to pay with your life, right?
Yeah. But I wanted to share just this short little story with you and the viewers, because when a lot of people talk about the family secrets trial, most of the interest is all in the Spilotro brothers. But this was one of the 14 murders that I thought was pretty interesting. I mean, you can see the devastation there, and there's other picture stacks that maybe you could show later.
Yeah, and we're gonna be doing a bunch of different ones. Maybe we'll cover all 14 murders if we can find all the bodies.
I was going to say maybe at a later date, I would love to do a story on the Larry Hoover trial.
What's up, everybody? I hope you guys like that one. It's a short, quick episode with a lot of information in there, and I'm going to be dropping a lot of these. The next one is about Larry Hoover, and we have a bunch of them, so stay tuned. It's about to get real. And I got a lot of different episodes I'm going to be dropping. Tonight, I have an episode with Larry Mazza I'm going to be dropping. So stay tuned for that, how we met the Grim Reaper. So it's about to get real. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. What's up, Paul C, Mike Wall, Joe Della, Maureen, how are you? You guys are all great. Thank you all for joining me. Mickey Griggs Jr., what's up, man? Khadid, Catholic too, what's up, man? How do I get to be on your show? Just email me, man, and we could set it up. Email me and we could work it out. I got a bunch of interviews that I'm going to be dropping. My email, RV Docs, how are you, man? Joe Della, what's up? So my email is on the bottom, scrolling across the bottom. It's billstax2021@gmail.com. Just email me and we'll schedule an interview and we'll get you on the show. If anyone wants to get interviewed, just hit me up and we'll make it happen. If you guys got a crazy story and you want to tell it to the world, hit me up and we'll make that happen. And if you guys want to donate to the show, you can donate through Cash App, Bill Staxx 2021. And I appreciate every dollar that comes into the show. I put it right back into content for you guys. But I really appreciate you guys taking the time, and I will be back on at 9 o'clock. So hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell. And remember, don't be a bitch, because there's a lot of them nowadays. Just try not to be one.